fight.
Man.
So, long story short, at the top 5 charges, they hit me with it was an underage drinking. 3 people trying to press charges because they got hit, and then destruction of public property.
What, you hit 3 different people?
Man, it was more than 3 people.
So you was in the bar fight all by yourself?
By myself.
Wow.
And you were fighting multiple people?
Multiple people.
And that's when you realized I should be.
You were winning this fight?
Hey, I had the bar still. They tried.
Oh, it's a real street fight. Okay, a bar fight.
Sound like self-defense stuff.
I had the bar still.
Every time it's 3-on-1, that's self-defense.
Should be.
So I'm in jail. I'm like, 5 charges. I'm like, most times it's just 1 charge. I was like, 5 charges. I'm like, look, my prayer, I ain't never changed the prayer. The prayer, I'll never forget this day. I kept praying. I was like, God, look, you let me make this. I'll never fight on the street again. I'll go join the gym. I kept repeating the prayer. So next thing, I get out. I found out the people that's trying to press charges. I go to them. I go apologize. Like, damn, they kissing ass. Like, yo, look, you, like, that wasn't me. I was drunk. Like if there's anything I could do, like, let me know. Like, damn, like, just don't press charges. Don't take people charges.
Oh, okay.
So I go to the place where I had tore up the bar. So I go there, I'm like, look, man, if I gotta work for free, do anything like to fix what I broke, like I'm ready to, like I even picked up a broom. I'm like, look, I'm playing the whole round. I feel like man, this is my life on the line. If I got a bed, next thing he's like, man, I really respect you. Like that's very adult of you. He dropped the charges. So I got this 1 charge left. So that bar fight, it happened. It was like a New Year's party. So you go to court, they got all the evidence against me. So I'm like, yeah, I ain't making this up. Like I know. So in between like the whole trial thing, the judge already, remember I told you I was a New Year's party. So when they wrote the police report, the officer he left it like December 31st, 2-0, and like left it blank. Because he didn't know if it was already into the new year. Or if it was, so the judge was reading and shit like, oh, I can't accept this. Like, when did this happen? Like, I don't know when this happened. Right. But I remember like the whole courtroom went quiet. Like, yo, what's about to happen? I remember the prosecutor was like, Your Honor, like, what do we do? Like, well, I gotta lay this in the hand of the defendant.
Oh, wow.
I'm confused. I'm like, what you mean? She's like, well, I'm gonna leave it in your hand if you want to continue this case, or we can dismiss it right now. It don't meet the protocol.
What kind of question is that?
I'm like, I want to dismiss this case.
Are you serious, y'all?
I'd have been like, I can show you better than I can.
Matter of fact, watch me.
I was like, man, y'all to dismiss this case. But I remember going to, and then like I was like, yo, I remember getting in the car, like talking to myself out loud, like banging on the steel, like, bro, 5 charges! 5 charges! Like really talking, like really like going off to myself. I'm like, man, you should be 5 charges like that. So I remember talking to myself, I'm like, man, there's gonna be another prayer where I just ask God for, get me out this trouble and then go do some other mess up. I'm like, nah, like let me go do what I ask God for, because next time I probably pray it's gonna be something I can't pray myself out of.
Right.
So I'm like, man, I'm gonna go join the gym like I prayed for. If it don't work, I do what I like. Hey,
look at God.
Yeah.
So now that's you getting out the situation, but what makes you decide, all right, I'm finna go box. This is what I'm finna do.
Now,
where did you go?
Now first it was I had a homie, his name is Steve-O. He used to do that MMA stuff, so I was like, man, I did some street fights. I didn't use my elbows, got kicked, so I remember going to, I forgot what, so I went to his gym at first. Went to the MMA gym. I remember we were just sparring, they threw me in early. I remember sparring, the dude had his hands up, real crazy, boom, kicked me. Bro, I ain't see the kick coming. All I did, like, and that whole round, like, I was just on the defense, like, oh, he ain't about to kick me again.
Right.
So I remember after the whole thing, I remember sitting in the corner like, yo, I'm changing my career. Ain't nobody about to kick.
Ain't nobody about to just haul off and kick.
And I tell you, bro, like punching is different, but when you get kicked, bro, a kick would drop anybody.
I mean, that's like a baseball bat.
Yeah, so I was like, man, I remember sitting in the corner like, I remember like everybody was going home. I was like, yeah, I see y'all tomorrow. Like, I do damn well.
Not to mention, you feel a little disrespected when somebody kick you. Like, first off, you kicked me. Secondly, why I didn't see that coming?
Right.
Nah, he played it off good because he had his hands dancing off. And
Right.
boom!
And the foot came, well, was it the shin?
Yeah, it was like one
Oh,
of
front kick. Hit you with the front kick.
Yeah, it's a silver front.
Don't feel bad. I've seen quite a few fighters get dropped by that one. Man.
So I remember, I was like, man, I'm gonna box. So I remember going to this, what's that name of the gym? Oh, it's Ocelot Boxing Gym. Over there in like South Houston.
Right.
So I remember I used to always see it, but I was like, no, I'm gonna box one day. Cause you know, you always got the people like, man, I wanna box, I'm gonna try it out. So I remember seeing that gym one day, I pulled up, I remember I hit the coach up, and I knew I could fight on the streets, but people don't know, man, boxing and street fighting two different things.
Man, absolutely. Right about that.
I went
Boxing,
in there thinking,
but
this
sweet
thing
science,
here.
man.
I went in here
Plus,
thinking,
it's 3 minutes.
I went in here thinking that street fight gonna take me places. I went in there and told the coach, I was like, man, I'll whoop anybody straight up. This is my first time.
That came out your mouth.
First time in the gym, I was like, yo, coach, I'll whoop anybody in this gym. And then he started laughing.
Yeah, he knew
I was like, nah, for real. I'll never tell him, man, I'm really like that. Like, I like call your best. I'm really like, call. And then he's like, look, I ain't gonna even get the best person. I'm gonna get somebody average.
Leroy! Leroy, I got a rookie. I got fresh meat over here, baby.
He said, look, I'm gonna give you a free week at the gym. You're a trainer. Friday we're gonna spar. I'm excited for him. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm looking at everybody on the bag. So I remember that Friday came, felt like the first day of school. I had my gym clothes like that.
Yeah. You fresh.
I'll never forget this day. I was like, yeah, he's coming. I gotta go prove like I really like that. I remember we get to the gym. We spar, get my gear off. He's like, all right, show me what you got. So he get in the ring. First round, I'm whooping dude, but it looked bad, like a street fight.
Wow.
I'm letting
Getting
it go,
exhausted.
whooping him.
They're getting exhausted.
Whooping him, so 3 minutes go, I'm trying to get out the ring. I'm trying to get out the ring. The coach hold me, he's like, hey, minimum 3 minutes. I said, minimum 3. Minimum 3 rounds. I said,
I gotta do this 2 more times?
Why you like, yeah, you tell me this.
You know?
Bro, I'm telling you, after the 2-3 rounds, bro, let me have it. I remember, it was one part, like, I'll never forget this part. Of one part, I'm on the ropes. My head just going like this.
Oh, man.
Look, coach was like, hey, Ralph, it's okay to move your head. Smack. And then the whole 2 rounds, like, just him whooping me, but I stayed. I was like, man. Coach was like, man, I'm really impressed. Like anybody else, but he was checking in. I was like, nah, he can't do it. But he's like, he stayed in there. And I remember that day. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do this. Like just walking into it, it's like seeing everybody trophy.
So that didn't scare you off?
Nah, like it just motivated. Like, yeah, I gotta come. Like this, like I see myself here, and just everybody on the bag. Like you see different people. Most people that's in the gym, like most times had a similar problem, had trouble at home, and wanted to fight something, and it's a grind.
Everybody do.
All right, so where are you from originally?
Nigeria.
Nigeria, but you from Houston though.
Houston.
All right, where you live when you were in Houston?
Like at first I was like over there like on the southwest.
Okay.
Like around Avery area, they moved to like
Hey, that west, man. You gotta get
Southwest.
West, man. You gotta throw them.
Stop.
Gotta take them from the shoulders, man. Hey,
So you're from Houston by way, you're from Houston by way of Nigeria, right? So you Igbo. Shalafiani. That's about all I know how to say. Shalafiani. And they usually respond with Igbokwe, and I don't know what they have said to me. What does that mean?
Kai. Or chai. How you say that?
That's
chai. That's just like
that's tea.
Like
that's a curse word, right?
Yeah, not it's just like a little expression like damn, like.
So Shalafiani, that's like what's up with you or something like that?
I don't even know that one.
You don't even know that one? So what's Igbokwe?
I ain't never
Oh man, I do know it's slang. But, I mean, that was the homies when I was going to school. That's what shout out to y'all. Igbokwe, they was like, yeah, that's how you greet them.
You out there, yeah, that's like what's popping.
So
Instead of hello.
Exactly.
you still in the fairly beginning stages. However, you are the Texas Middleweight Champion.
Well, hold on. Because I want to go back. Now, did you have an amateur career?
I had only 11 amateur fights.
11 amateur fights.
Yeah, you a late bloomer, right?
Yeah.
You started boxing at 21?
21.
Yeah, man, that's a late start. Well, that's late compared to
Yeah,
most
exactly.
fighters. I shouldn't say that's a late start.
So you look at, oh boy.
Only 11 fights? Why only 11 fights?
Like, I was like, and then, because I was thinking to myself, I'm like, everybody's like, man, you ain't ready. I was like, regardless, if I turn pro, let me be learning while I'm getting paid.
I ain't mad at that. If I'm
Yeah,
gonna
like,
get beat up,
yeah,
man, you might have to pay me for it.
Well, that's
I ain't
what the
getting up
Mexican-
beat up for free.
Hey, but that's what the Mexican fighters do.
Yeah.
They don't have any amateur career. That's
Yeah,
why
they
you
go
got all
straight
these
into
Mexican
it. Yeah, they get with losing records and
What?
would still be champions.
Well, no, but you got all these Mexican champions, but you never heard of a Mexican Olympic
Amateur,
champion.
yeah. Usually the Cubans are the strong amateur
Because they
fighters.
can't go pro.
But they don't want to like what Fidel ain't here no more. Huh?
Yeah, but continue.
Oh, it's still going.
It was, I was just thinking, because I was like, yeah, even if I do, even if Mayweather fight, there's some things he got to work on. Like,
Right.
ain't nobody ever going to be personal. I just got like, let me go turn pro. Let me use that as my let me be learning while I'm getting paid, because every fight is a learning experience.
Absolutely.
That's how I learn as I go.
Okay.
I took my 11-0, ran with it. I said, man.
You were 11-0 amateur.
You was 11-0 in amateur.
Okay.
Did you make it to gold gloves? Golden gloves.
And that's where trouble came in.
Oh, okay. So yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Trouble.
Yeah.
Tell us about the name
That's
Trouble, the nickname
So
Trouble.
look, we trying to find nicknames. I'm like, man, I don't even, because the amateur, that's a whole nother, like, people think boxing is just boxing as a profession is, like, in politics. Amateur alone is like in politics.
Right.
Most times they already have who they gonna win.
Yeah.
There's no really criteria like how to judge the fights. They just really do it like, all right, who dominated the fight? Like, who was the one not backing it? Just
Who's the most busy?
yeah. So most times it's not even did he land on punches he throw or is it all the gloves?
It's
So,
pretty subjective.
yeah.
Yeah.
So most times, and there was times I had people, the gloves are bigger in the amateur. They wear the headgear.
Right.
So it's times I was hitting people at amateur. I was like, man, you had that headgear.
I got it.
So I ain't like
They
that.
even changed one of the rules, right? You can't knock people out in amateurs anymore, right?
No, you can, like, if you just, but most times they do the standing 8 count to
Right.
avoid you being knocked down.
Okay, so if you knock them to the floor, do they like take points
No,
from
they
that?
don't take points.
Oh,
but
okay, I heard
you
that
get
back
hit one good time.
But they-
and
they
they'll
said
be- yeah,
and give you the standing 8 count.
Standing 8
To
count.
avoid the.
To avoid
Oh,
that
hey, with
knockdown.
that amateur stuff, man, you might really be winning because it's based on points,
Yeah,
right?
based on
You can
points.
be winning the fight, dominating the fight, but you losing on points. I remember I watched Floyd get cheated out his gold medal.
Well,
Like
the most infamous one is Roy Jones.
of course, Roy Jones was. Don't get us started on
Yeah,
Roy Jones.
yeah.
Look, we showing
Well,
our
that's
age
why they
now.
leave that.
No, because Roy Jones was your inspiration,
Yeah,
right?
That's my.
Oh, okay.
So have you seen that fight?
I did like the Olympics and
Yeah.
they were they cheated. They were like I said, but they always got they who they gonna win or who gonna represent.
Depending on the country and
Yeah.
the host city and it's a trip, man. It's a trip.
Okay, so while this whole thing is going on, okay, now we all know Nigerian parents have very high expectations. Okay, so how did you break the news to your parents that I'm going to this as a career? What was that conversation like?
Damn. No, it was just like 1 minute. Like I used to go to St. Jack, so I was going to St. Jack, and I just remember like I was working at Whataburger then. That living check to check, and like literally take your check,
Straight to the people.
So I was like, man, something got give. Like, and that was all during this time of that whole going, like, finding the gym. And I remember telling my mom, like, yo, I'm gonna stop going to school for a bit. And she was like, what do you do?
Oh my God! I cannot believe what you said.
I know you're a junkie. She like had just brushed it off, like she ain't even want to hear nothing else. So I was like, all right, maybe I'm gonna try to bring a different approach to it one day. So I remember like just telling y'all, I'm finna gonna start boxing. And she's like, yeah, why you in school? I was like, no, I don't think both of us can work.
I don't think that worked.
So like she like I remember like she was like, oh, you must be crazy. Like just basically like just downing it. But like now when I look back, it really wasn't her like just downing, just like really a mother protecting her child.
Of course, yeah.
Like even me, if I have kids, I wouldn't put my kids in boxing unless that's what my child solely wanted to do. Like, you know, I really want to box. So both I really just seeing her like what mother want to see her child being healed.
Yeah.
So I knew it was just like that motivation. Like, all right, I know if I show I'm winning, if I'm doing this, like, all right, she gonna lighten up. Now I can't go out there and be like, well, I want to be a boxer. You get your ass whooped. Like,
Yeah.
So I know, man,
That's gotta be tough to watch, even if you're very good at your craft.
So like, no, I gotta show it. So it just really like, once I show it, like, yeah, this is really what I wanted to do.
So now that you've shown success, what's her attitude now?
Now she behind it, like she really behind it. So I'm like, man.
Okay.
Did she go to the fight?
Yeah, she ain't never missed a fight. Even
Never.
That's
even
nice.
from
That's
the
awesome.
amateur days, like when she was against it, I guess hers was just like, let me see what you're going to do. Like, that was like, I think during the amateur stage, like, let me go see.
Right.
Like I think her point, like this is my perspective, I don't know. I think her time was going to like the amateur days, like just so she could be like, I told you so.
Right.
This is not what you have to do.
Right.
You all this earth to go to school and do your book.
Right.
But she like, oh dang. Like he winning, so it's like, all right, yeah, this may be for him.
Okay.
Hey,
What?
family always support.
So
Yeah.
what does she want you to be? Because like, you know, from the history that I've had with Nigerians, like education is very important because they want you to go be something very, very prestigious so you can go back and.
I think they real big on education because in Nigeria, education not free.
Right.
So when you come to a town where education free and they're like, I'm not using this to like the fullest, like it's free, like they feel like, all right, dang, you got the place where it ain't free, now it's free. Like use it to your fullest, like get the best.
Yeah, don't waste it.
They want you to be at the top, like a doctor, a lawyer.
Right. Because so you mentioned you were getting in a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
And what's interesting about your story is that you were here in Houston, and then you said you got in some trouble, and they sent you to Nigeria. Tell us about that. So how much of a culture, even though you're Nigerian, how much of a culture shock was that?
That was a big culture shock, like, cause I think everything changed. Like my dad died in 07, so he was really like the disciplinary, like parents. So
Right.
You was going to get the cane.
yeah, so I was
Oh,
like, it was really both of them, but I was really more scared of my pops.
Yeah, after a while, their mama would tell her.
So when he passed away, I was just like, dang, like I was hurt, like I was like, everybody gonna feel it. Like I didn't really care at the time. Then you go to Nigeria where most people, they ain't never seen their parents, they ain't know who their parents, and they got the lights, like, you just learn how to accept, like when it was like, I remember, like, hearing a quote, like, I probably heard it earlier, but it really stuck with me out there, like, no matter what you're going through, it's somebody wishing.
Absolutely.
Yeah, your spot.
So I remember going out there, and I really, like, seeing, like, damn. Like, I remember witnessing, I witnessed somebody drinking from the little, what you call it, the water was falling from
The well?
Nah, not the well. The water was falling from the curb.
Oh,
so before it got to the ground.
Oh,
Yes,
what's
drinking it.
Oh, man.
But them kids was happy.
Yeah, that's life.
No shoes, they outside happy. I was like, man, you know, like I'm taking this for granted. People don't know their parents, they staying with their aunts. They happy, you can't take nothing from them. So I'm like, yo, and I'm complaining, I lost my dad that I knew.
Right.
They people, they don't know their dad. They're like, they brothers and sisters, all they know. Like, they don't have nobody.
Right.
So,
Well, hey, don't forget to join us next Saturday night, 10 p.m. All right, January the 19th.
Yes, sir.
Fight night, fight companion, whatever you want to call it. But we will be watching Adrian Broner. All right, the problem. We got trouble here. Adrian Broner. All right,
Versus
the problem.
Pac-Man.
Versus Pac-Man.
The Pac-Man.
Manny Pacquiao. All right, so we'll be in the house 10 to 12 midnight. All right, so please.
92kels.com, man.
92kels.com, all right?
That's right. Right now, you're listening to the Garage Apartment. We are here each and every Sunday night from 6 to 7 Central Standard Time. Be sure to follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, The Garage Apartment. We now have Spotify, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube page.
Ralph, what's your social media?
I got my Instagram is Trouble Raphael. That's Trouble, and Raphael is the O, and then I have my Twitter.
Oh, you do got a Twitter?
Yeah.
See, I felt like, oh man, don't nobody have Twitter but me. I was like, what's up?
No, you call it the Twitter.
The Twitter, that's right. The Twitter. It tweet, man. The birdie, the little birdie.
And what's the Twitter?
Trouble Raphael and the number 52 at the end.
Yeah, everybody go
11:52.
support.
Why 11:52? Does that mean
Nah,
anything?
just 52, the number
Oh,
52.
okay. Oh, the number 52.
Yeah, number 52.
So now, do you play any other sport? Did you play any other sports?
I play basketball, football, and track.
Okay, so you keeping up with the playoffs?
A little bit.
A little
My
bit. So
team's
now,
out,
right now,
my
we got.
team's out, so I ain't really watching it.
Who is that?
Yeah, who is your
The
team, man?
Steelers.
The Steelers. Okay.
Now you got to explain this to me, man. How you from Houston
Right.
by way of Nigeria?
And the Steelers.
Now, the
But
Texas
you a
Middleweight
Steelers fan, man. Now you
Texas
too young to
Middleweight
actually know anything about the Oilers. So
Right, I'll give you a pass on
the
that.
fact that you know, I'm speaking for everyone, but I know the Oilers fans and us, something in me just won't allow me to be a Steelers fan.
Right.
Like I actually like Mike Tomlin, and I like Antonio Brown, but I cannot root for them because the damage they caused us Oilers fans.
Well,
Man. How are you from
I was like,
Houston?
They all out.
That whole division.
Yeah, like the Browns, the Bernie Kosar, it's
The
bad.
Browns, the
Ernie Biner, just
Yeah, we just can't do it. So, what made you a Steelers?
what made you a Steelers fan, man?
Now I remember, I forgot what game it was. It was one game, probably one of my first football games, and Jerome Bettis was on it.
Okay.
Okay,
So I
okay.
was just like, man, he must be the best player. And I remember just being little, like, man, he could get running back. I was just using him.
Oh
Yeah,
man.
see this fat man run
Yeah.
like that.
Right.
Probably was
Jerome Bettis was not fat. He
And
was
on-
just
on game day,
larger
he was
than
amazing on game day.
stereotypical running backs. You
Yeah.
stop it.
That boy was big.
Okay, Hadari.
Big bone running back.
What you trying to say?
I'm
Stop.
trying to say what?
That man was
You
big
saying
at
Jerome
Notre Dame.
Bettis was fat?
He was fat enough
Yes.
though.
Jerome Bettis was not fat.
Okay,
He was chubby.
all right. Then I'm not fat.
LeVar Kirkland was fat to be a middle linebacker.
And Jerome, okay, well, all right. Let's get back to our That's that conversation going nowhere. All right. So
We'll say both of them out the league. It don't mean much or nothing now. Yeah.
let's put a poll up on that and ask Jerome Bettis was fat.
You know what I
It's gonna
think
be
I would.
99-0.
I think that's not true.
I got a question for you to wrap up. 6 knockouts. Are you going in knowing in some of those that you're gonna be able to knock them out? Is that just not a lucky shot, but you just caught them at the right time, or are you planning to go in there and knock them out? Obviously, I would assume so. But
I'm
how does
going
that
in there to
work?
make sure that fight don't go the distance.
Okay.
In this business, you really don't want to leave anything in the hands of the judges.
Okay.
So if you get that knockout, you know you got that secure win too, like where you put a beating on them, like you just want to give the fans a show. So in that fight, I'm like, man, this ain't going the distance. I already got that in my head. Like,
Right.
Like I already
know.
I'm in shape, but I want to go home very little.
Now, do you see yourself as having one punch knockout power, or
Because you're a southpaw, right? Or do you just
Yeah,
fight
southpaw.
southpaw?
Now I'm on Southpaw.
You are,
Yeah.
sir. You're naturally a southpaw.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
How's that feeling though? When you catch somebody just clean, you
Good
know,
one.
man,
and you just
sometimes
watch
it's
him
just
drop, you like, yeah.
It's sometimes like the drop just came out of nowhere. Like, man, the next one was supposed to be a knockout.
Yeah, you got lucky, huh?
The next one, like, it's been some shots. Like, I'm like, oh my god, like it's a shot. Like, oh I got it.
so? Are there any advantages? What are the pros and cons to your southpaw style that you see?
To the Southpaw, like most of the time, everybody's used to that right hand fighter. So it's not always often. So when you always training with that right hand, and then when you get a left hand fighter, and then I'm right handed, so
So you are right-handed.
Yeah.
You fight southpaw.
So your jab is strong.
yeah, my jab's strong. So but most times, like when I didn't check the footage, majority of my knockout, probably one knockout wasn't with my right hand, and all them other punches like with the left. So
You just setting them up the whole time.
it's working for me.
So how did you decide you're gonna fight left-handed?
Hey, that was my street fighting style.
Okay.
Not knowing any
Back to
better.
the roots. Back to the roots.
So I just kept it like when I be getting on the mix with my coach. That's how.
It's almost more natural.
Yeah,
though.
now it's like natural.
You want your strong hand
Yeah.
lead, like when you first start fighting when
My
you
mom
was
said,
in elementary
Throwing
school.
jabs with your right hand.
When I remember when I first started fighting elementary school, it just felt more natural to have
Wait,
the lead.
were you boxing or were you just
No.
elementary street fight? I mean,
Yeah.
elementary schoolyard fights.
Yeah, you know, somebody-
Sandbox fights.
Yeah, you know,
Hey,
real
come on.
sandbox.
And you
man.
stood up with the boxing stance?
Well, you know, I used to. You know that. Trying to keep that chin back as far as possible. We just throw some punches to the assistant principal, get there.
That sandbox commission.
15 seconds, man.
So now middleweight, man.
Middleweight.
That's a major weight class. That's Canelo Alvarez.
That's who I want.
That's Triple G.
That's who you want.
That's who I'm forgetting. That's
He got like 3 more fights in him.
you think?
I don't know.
That's it?
Well, he's 36, 37.
Yeah, I know. I know if he take another loss, they played him with that Canelo fight.
Yeah, he won that last fight, man.
Right.
Now I don't know about the first one. I think he might have.
Now the first one for sure.
You say he won for sure the
But,
first
like,
one?
Yeah, the first one was Triple G.
Yeah, the second one,
thank you.
it could be a toss up.
Yeah, the second one could have
The
been a
second
draw.
one, he wasn't as dominant as the first fight. Man,
He wasn't as active as me.
They played me that first fight.
Yeah, they did. I agree with
bet
you.
that
Right.
first fight. I ain't bet that second fight. I was like, nah, I know. And that's gonna be another cheat.
Yeah.
Well, they fighting again Cinco de Mayo weekend, so.
Yeah.
Hey, we might have to make that a fight night.
Yeah.
We
So
might have to
you
make
got
that
it
a
up.
fight night
Yeah,
edition.
got Triple G.
Triple G, my favorite fighter.
Oh, is he right now?
Next to Terrence Crawford.
Terrence Crawford.
Okay.
Yeah, Terrence
That
Crawford.
boy,
Bud Crawford out of Nebraska.
That boy, when you can fight both stance efficiently, effectively, man, you a bad dude.
Nah,
Yeah.
I hear that. So you have one coming up though, right?
February 23rd. in
February
Beaumont.
23rd out there in Beaumont.
Yeah.
That's the title fight.
It should be a title fight, I think, for like the ABO title.
Okay.
ABO, for those who don't know what the ABO is, make it clear.
American Boxing Organization.
American Boxing Organization.
Hey,
Title fight in Beaumont, February the
23rd.
23rd. Do we remember what the arena is?
Nah, I think it's like, I'm gonna get it for you. Like,
Oh,
Yeah,
we'll
for
show
sure,
it out.
for
We
sure.
Social
we
media.
gonna
I was like, make
it
sure you
there.
follow him on Instagram and
Exactly.
Twitter, and he'll tell you where it is.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
We're gonna definitely
So
put
you
That
keep in
means
touch
you're
with
in
us.
camp right now, right?
yeah, currently in camp.
Okay, so what's an average day look like for you?
So every day, wake up, 5 a.m., got the runs at 6,
How far you run?
that's 6 miles.
Ooh.
So I break it. So Monday would be the 6 miles, and Tuesday 3, and just go on for Friday.
Okay.
I remember those 6 mile days at Arizona.
I don't know nothing
didn't-
about 6
uh,
miles.
I don't want
I don't know
to.
anything
I did
about
not.
When
6
I played
miles.
ball, we ran 2, and I thought we was gonna die after 2. Oh my goodness!
Yeah,
Oh
Arizona,
my
6 miles. They expect us 6 miles and then go do stairs in the stadium. I'm like, yeah. Sorry, coach. I died.
Yeah.
I
So
don't
you
need
do
to-
any stairs or anything? So what else? You do any weightlifting?
Like it's times, most times they just be the bench or like a resistant band.
But not no heavy
nothing
weights,
crazy.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because that really don't help you as a fighter, does
They
it?
said like it slow you down. So I
You
don't
want to
know.
keep your flexibility,
Yeah,
right?
flexibility.
Yeah, you want
Make
your
sure
strength, but you want your
agile.
flexibility.
Yeah.
Look at Terrell Owens. So Terrell Owens looked like Zeus, and he didn't
Right.
use nothing but resistant bands. He
Yeah.
never actually lifted. Well, at least that's what he claimed. He
I also heard one thing they say is that when you got those big muscles, you got to feed those muscles. So like, you know.
Yeah, how many calories do you eat in a day, man?
Man, I don't know. I don't usually
They don't
measure
even
that.
count. Just go.
I get meal preps. So,
Okay.
So they usually.
Oh, so it's already
So
made.
they
For you
already
got like a
made.
personal chef, or you just?
Nah, it's they do like with that little sponsorship that I got with
Okay.
Fat Fit Foods. So.
Okay. So you just get it. You don't
Yeah.
count calories or
Yeah.
nothing. They
They
already
do all
got
the
that all
counting
worked
for
out
you.
for you. Okay.
You know, the Cali tell them what kind of program you want. Most people like want to stock up, like bulk up. You want to maintain, or you want weight loss. So I always
Okay,
give
yeah.
it that weight loss.
Okay. So now, fighting out of Houston, and I mean, we try not to be homers on here. We got quite a few, but we try not to be homers on here. But a lot of people don't know the Houston boxing scene is actually quite underrated.
Yeah.
You know, of course, historically, we didn't have the heavyweight champion George Foreman. We had Baby Bull, Diaz. We had Rocky Juarez.
Don't
We
forget
had
Reggie Johnson.
Reggie Johnson straight out of Fifth Ward.
Uh-huh.
Although I watched Roy Johnson.
Well, hey, I mean, you
Y'all
know.
came out. But he was still good before that. He could fight before that. It wasn't like he's just a ball.
That fight was the first fight where, like, I think Roy had, it was 3 consecutive rounds where Reggie Johnson landed no punch.
Yeah, it was bad. It was embarrassing. You got the Charo twins.
Yeah.
So what is it? What I mean, of course, being a fighter, you're real competitive. But do you say to yourself, man, I got to hurry up and put on to show them for? Are you trying to put on for the city, or you just right now you just doing it for you and your family? What I mean, how does that? What is your approach to every fight?
Motivation. Like my motivation is really like family, like but really like be out of Houston, like you said, like Houston is like underrated. And my whole thing, like you always tell me, you know, gonna fight the Charlo twins. I love to, but my whole thing, like I want Houston to build, like like everybody have a belt in Houston. Like it's so big, like like when they look at Houston, like, oh damn, bro, they got like even like Regis Pugray, he a world.
Okay, up and
he out of
coming.
New Orleans, but now he in Houston after that, like.
That's right. You got Ronnie Shields training down here, and
So
Kirkland is Kirkland now. He's not training down here. He's still training in Austin, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Speaking of motivation, you listen to music. What kind of music you listen to?
Meek Mill.
That gets you pumped up before a fight and whatnot.
Oh, he missed the kick.
What do you do when you train? What do you listen to when you train?
Meek Mill.
Meek Mill. Hey,
Like,
shout out to Meek.
Shout out.
Hey, shout out to Meek. You got these boys focused, man.
Grinding like, yeah, let's get it.
So now you was talking about with your knockouts, right?
Yeah.
How dejected are you when you don't knock them out? Oh, and how nervous are you when it goes to a decision? Like even if it's a fight that you feel like you've won. Of course, like you said, we've all seen fights where you be like, what? How they come up with that? So how nervous are you at when it goes to decision? And how dejected are you when you don't knock them out?
Yeah, like I'm not really, because I know everything is like I always like play it. About that. Like I always like just like, man, if it happened, it happened. Just really just try to stay in shape, make sure I look good. Like as long as I look good, but like when they do start counting up, it's like, oh damn, like who they favorite?
Right.
So I do like when I ain't get that knockout. So I just make sure I do what I got to do during training and stuff like. I don't worry.
So if it goes the distance, you feel it's completely out of your hands at that point. Like you don't feel no matter what you did in the fight, you don't feel
it's definitely out of your hands. Like I didn't witness like fights. The dude dominate the whole fight in front of. There's nothing I see on. Like I didn't witness in my eyes. Like somebody get whooped the whole round. It's the whole fight and still win the fight. So I didn't see it happen.
Crazy.
Like, oh damn, like it. And the sad thing about like what's that after that date. It ain't no going back or
It's over. Whatever they do.
Talk to the commission. It's a wrap. You may have a rematch, but that loss still gonna be on your record unless they did like a drug test. Like I seen a dude lose in the fight, and they go back check that he was on some substance, and they I've seen that happen.
They roulette a no contest.
Yeah,
right?
but it won't be a loss.
Yeah, I get it. You ever been surprised by a decision to go in your favor?
Nah, I ain't gonna say surprise.
Like you just said it like, that wasn't necessarily my best fight, and then you be like, you pull it out, you're like, yeah.
One of those fights to where, hey, the fight got pretty crucial. I'm like, oh damn.
Yeah.
Man. Sorry,
pull it out though.
So when you're not boxing, what are you checking out for? Like what sports you checking out for?
Not basketball. I did want to play basketball.
Okay. How tall are you right now?
5'10".
5'10". Okay.
Are you a Rockets fan?
Yeah, I am right.
Okay.
You're not a Cleveland Cavaliers fan.
I don't think anybody's a Cleveland Cavaliers fan.
Hey, man, the man's a Pittsburgh Steelers fan.
Yeah, but anybody who became a Cleveland Cavaliers fan.
After what the
Are
Rockets
you saying they're fair weather? Are you saying
after what the Rockets did?
Bandwagon fans?
Everybody outside of Cleveland, yeah.
Hey, after what the Rockets did a couple nights ago to Cleveland, I don't think they want to be any.
What was the score, like 141?
Yeah, they almost put 150 points on them.
Take it back. Give me my money.
Sorry, if y'all don't know.
Sorry.
We're watching the Saints.
And I need the Saints to win by 11.5.
And
So
Philly.
everybody pray for me.
And Eagles game.
Because I've been wiped out this weekend.
152.
Entertainment purposes only.
Did he fumble?
No,
We already
picked,
discussed
man.
you losing your fantasy and having to pay that debt. So
yeah.
you're not too good at this, bro. You might want to stop.
Fantasy I can accept, but this is really playing with my bread.
Oh, Alshon.
Yeah.
Alshon, straight through Alshon hands, intercepted by Lattimore.
Yeah.
New Orleans will basically run the.
No, don't do that. Go score a touchdown. 11.5.
So
I don't see that.
Y'all are
happening,
tuned
so.
in to the Garage Apartment
Yes,
on
indeed.
92 KELZ. We're here with Texas middleweight champ Ralph Igbokwe.
Oh, boy.
Close enough.
Igbokwe.
Igbokwe. I'm sorry, Igbokwe.
Igbokwe.
I need to go to Nigeria and really touch up on my.
So who you got winning the
my
Super
Get in
Bowl,
touch
man?
with
Who
your
you got?
Yeah.
Man, it's not the Steelers, but the
You don't
yeah,
care?
man.
Oh man, come on now. So okay, well, how you feel about the NBA?
What's that?
How you feel about the NBA? Who you?
Because
Speaking of the Rockets,
I was gonna say
they
because
are
our
playing
engineer
Curry.
here, our brother here.
My whole thing this year, like I bet like 4 different people that the Lakers wasn't making the playoffs this year.
Oh, well, you might not. You might want to see.
You say
Pay
not
out
making
that
the
right
playoffs?
now.
Making the playoffs.
You
Hey,
might
you
want
might-
to cash that one out
Hey,
early.
Yeah,
next time the Lakers
Nah,
come to Houston, which will be in like 4 games or whatnot, you
They
might
play
want
on
to
the
hit
19th.
LeBron a couple of times in the chin.
I'm gonna say, hey, as long as LeBron hurt.
Exactly.
Hey, look, as long as look, this is my whole. LeBron got to stay hurt because you know in the West you can only lose so many games.
Yeah, but
Like,
AC
and look at the everybody got a winning record except the Suns.
Right,
In the
yeah.
West, so you can
It's
lose
so
one
good.
game
Yeah.
and be in second place, lose one game, shoot you to 7th place.
Yeah.
So I know, hey, the Lakers ain't got it. If they don't make no run for a good trade, that deal, I'm good with the deal.
Yeah. Yeah.
You spend a lot of time training, man. Do you ever do anything leisurely, like a video game? I know I used to be a big time. We used to be a big time video head.
I play video games, but most times it's like hooping. I'll go hoop, so I stay off the track, go get my cardio,
That's how
my
you
couple
get your
miles.
cardio.
Yeah,
Yeah, man, you gotta get in that pool, bro.
I got you.
We
Yeah,
got
you
you
learn how
in
to
the pool.
swim.
Hey, we got you. I'm telling you, hey, we gonna talk. after the
Syrian
show,
Swim
man.
Academy.
No, I'm talking about we gonna get you in that water, man. We gonna get you
Syrian-
right.
everybody went there.
Hey, we all learned how to swim.
You
there.
gonna realize, man, you know what? Man, once you get that swimming cardio in, you gonna start really whooping on boys. You gonna be like, oh man, this is what I was missing.
Yeah.
I'm trying to tell you, man, that's the most.
But do y'all do any?
Wow.
Do y'all do any water training? Like, do you do any like boxing moves in the water or
Yeah,
anything?
that's a reliable receipt.
You should try that resistance training with the water and whatnot.
That's all.
Low impact
Yeah.
on your knees, you know,
On
ain't
your joints.
hurting you too bad. We try to act like we just.
I know, but
We ain't doing no training no more. We try to act like we.
well, I
professional
mean, you
fighters.
know, but you do have the expertise. Alshon Jeffrey is gonna have to leave
It
Philadelphia.
is, that is bad.
I don't think he's gonna be welcome.
No.
In Philadelphia.
He only played
Did you
7
see,
games
did you
a
see
week.
how Alshon Jeffrey started this game? Alshon Jeffrey is the reason that they had the 14.
It's not how you start, it's how you finish.
But
This is true.
His
This is true.
inconsistency is
But
a
there's no
problem.
way you gonna run him out of the town like he wasn't the reason you were where you are right now.
Man, them crazy people in Philadelphia.
Man.
Okay.
And he only
Yeah, that's
played
true.
7 games after the
I
year
was gonna say,
anyway. He
these are
gets
saying-
hurt off.
These are same Philadelphia people that bombed on Santa Claus.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they did boo Santa Claus.
This is it. They lose to Santa Claus.
This is true. They
But
booed
Philly's a
Santa
fight town too.
But they should get the ball back. Philly should get the ball back.
Man, not if New Orleans do what they supposed to do, give me my bread.
No, they're not gonna do that, bro. They're gonna run the ball
Score.
3 times like every other NFL and NFL team, and then they're gonna punt the ball with 50 seconds left and see what Nick Foles got.
Now, Sean Payton ain't that typical coach though.
Man.
Come on, coach.
Oh!
You're the dog.
No gain on that one.
They saw that one
2nd
coming.
and 10.
they might. Nobody has any timeouts?
No, the Saints got 1, but
It looks bad.
The Rockets
no
up
need for
about
that.
1 by
Yeah, the
Who
Rockets
are they
in the
playing?
midst of.
They're playing the Magic.
The Magic. I mean,
Yeah, I got
We
money on
can't.
them. I got a
we can't
parlay.
get that one.
you can talk. Hey, sports betting is pretty much legal in the United States.
in certain places.
Not where I'm betting.
Do you bet? Do you bet on yourself, Rob?
Nah.
Floyd
Are you
does.
allowed? You allowed to
That's
bet on
right.
yourself, right?
Yeah, Floyd does all the time.
You're allowed to bet yourself.
Yeah.
I just stay humble with it.
That's the best way right now. Let it
Stay
fall.
high.
Oh, there you go,
Stay
Mo.
high.
Hey,
and
bet
that's
on
the
me.
game.
Hey,
Cause they have action on like everything. Like sometimes I go to the and then you see the. I'm like, man, these dudes. There's some people with problems. Like you betting.
Oh yeah, gambling addiction is real, bro.
On Wednesday night.
Gambling addiction is real,
yeah, in Jalisco, Mexico.
Yeah,
they got
man,
action on that. I'm like,
where is that?
Yeah.
The elevation of like 64,000, 64.
How do you even scout them fighters? Dude just got a gambling problem. But yeah.
Well, Alshon Jeffrey lost this game.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
not lost because they weren't winning, but
it don't matter to me. I mean, I lost, so it is.
I did.
It is about time.
Yeah, it's
my win streak continues.
So I just want to get Ralph's opinion on a couple of. So who do you see in this big one, the fight we're having for the fight night? Adrian Broner, Manny Pacquiao. Who you got? Why?
Nah, Adrian Broner was one of my favorite fighters. So.
Are you gonna say the same thing everybody else says? If he keeps his head straight.
No, I feel like if he stay focused.
See, there we go.
If he stay focused, I feel like his other two fights were the ones he lost with Madonna and who else he lost to?
Well, he lost quite a few. He lost to Porter.
He beat Porter.
Yeah, he did.
He beat Porter.
Oh, he lost to Porter.
No, he won. He only lost to
he doesn't have that.
Man, Adrian Broner lost to Porter.
No, he didn't know. Because he got the belt from him.
Yeah.
What are y'all talking about?
Nah, look, he only got 2 losses.
Adrian Broner lost to Porter. Sean Porter, he lost to Sean Porter.
I remember that fight was on free TV.
And then Sean Porter lost to Keith Thurman.
Yes.
And they in a smaller weight class from you, right?
Yeah.
Who would you, I know this probably ain't a good question, but who would you say your fighting skills
Yes, he
most
lost to Sean Porter.
He lost to Sean Porter. Yeah, I know what I'm talking about.
You're absolutely right, he did.
He lost to Sean Porter. I watched that fight.
Decision. He got 3 losses. You did 33-3-1.
Man, I watched that fight.
For sure.
Because that was Cleveland versus Cincinnati.
Yeah, it was on free TV.
Yeah, that's a PBC championship.
Yeah, it sure was. I thought he won that fight.
I mean, y'all gonna learn to listen to me, bro.
Yeah, maybe one day.
Y'all gonna learn to listen to me, man. Y'all listen to me. We gonna be rich.
You still under us.
Yes.
Michael Garcia, that was the one.
I can't. I'll never. We can be 70. I ain't gonna.
That's best thing. So who would you say your fighting style or you fight most like? Who would you compare your skill set to, your style?
I ain't even sat down to try to look at how you look like. I don't even know.
Yo, what? Because I did see you said initially you weren't a study of boxing. You wasn't a studier of boxing, but you have become that now. So do you watch any old fights and be like, oh, okay, I might could try to do that. I'm somewhat similar to his size, or I'm somewhat similar. I'm a southpaw. I can fight with both hands. I got power in both hands, and
My watching, I'll watch me and try to see they did. So when I watch, I'll watch my film and see how I could have did this better. Okay. So that's really
you just on that Bill O'Brien, just gonna perfect what
so
we
you're
do.
developing your own style.
Yeah. So I'm really watch. Come work for somebody else. Finally they work.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
So I watching my film oh damn, I missed that punch. Let me see if I can make him miss it. So I watching myself.
Yeah, because everybody has different angles and whatnot. The way their body contorts and turns and can turn an opponent and where it is. That's what's up. Perfect your own fight. You fight your fight instead of really copying somebody else.
Yeah, I want to get your opinion on a couple other fights though. Errol Spence, Mikey Garcia, who you got?
Nah, for sure, Errol Spence.
Yeah, he's from the area too.
Yeah, they're gonna be in Dallas.
Gotta check that one out, man.
ATT.
Hey, may have to check that one out.
Yeah.
Kale's team.
Fifth round.
So now, Mike Tyson.
Fifth round.
You think so?
One more. Amir Khan.
Who is he fighting?
Terrence Crawford.
Oh, that's
Terrence Crawford.
Terrence Crawford. Come on, stop.
I had to ask.
Glass jaw Khan.
Somebody booked the fight, so I
Remember, I'll never forget. Remember how we was watching Amir Khan fight Danny Garcia?
Oh my God.
And I was like, bro, won't he just hurry up and drop her? Because I'm getting sleepy. Like I was getting sleepy. I knew Danny Garcia was gonna whoop him, but I was just waiting on it. And so I was getting sleepy. And as soon as I closed my eyes, I hit him up. Oh, there it is! And I missed the whole punch, man. I was like, oh man.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
And it's like Amir Khan's one of those guys. This is something. Is there a way to make your chin
Tougher?
better?
Not that I know of. That's called cardio, right? Stamina.
Yeah, cardio is, I done heard like
Or you
shit
just born
exercise.
with it.
Yeah, it's really just bored. Like I get beat off my life for about a So I did shit and knocked all the cells off. So I'm telling you, like, yeah.
So now, because now you just made me think about, you know, Mike Tyson always said everybody got a game plan until they get hit.
Right.
How often have you deterred from your game plan after getting that first punch? Whether it hurt or not, you just like, we gonna do something else.
I've never had a tough fight other than after the first fight. My first fight was probably like the toughest. After that first fight, everything is just, it's in my plans to like where I gotta change it up. But after that first fight, the first part felt like where I got hit. I'm like, damn, that ain't gonna work.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
We gotta change it up.
So what do you do when it's a dude who's just much faster than you? Because boxing is constantly adjusting. You know what I mean, that's what boxing is. It's the sweet science.
Yeah.
You got to constantly make adjustments. How do you stay focused and determined in a fight when you know you're fighting somebody who's a little bit faster than you? Now I ain't gonna say necessarily better than you, but he's a little bit faster and he's giving you problems.
Yeah, that's a good question. My thing is just like in my head, whatever I gotta do is gonna happen. It's just like it's really instincts. Like most times, my coach be saying stuff in the corner.
Do you even hear that stuff?
You hear it, but it's just to get you focused. I'm like, man, coach, that ain't working. I'm like,
well, you ain't in here fighting. I'm in here fighting.
Check.
Like I hear that and all.
Omaha.
So it's most times like where I do hear him like, maybe like, man, stick that jab. So I ain't sticking like most times like my coach is like, I like that because it gets you back focused to like this is what I gotta do. He's like, man, he tired, get on him. But most times it's really instincts where they coach. Forget what you talking about. I'm the one in the ring. Like I see the opening, but most times like my coach in the corner is like the dude get me on track. Like when I am falling up, like, oh you throwing that jab out there sloppy. I'm like, oh yeah, I got you.
So is it you're out there literally thinking on what you're gonna do or what you're gonna do next, or is it just I see this and so I react like this?
I'm telling like it's instinct. Like I'll look back on film, I'll see some stuff I weave. I'm like, man, how the hell I did that?
Like
that was supposed to
to piggyback on that, on what you were saying about hearing your coach a little bit.
Yeah.
What do you actually hear when the fight? Do you hear the crowd?
I hear the crowd. Like most times it'll be like distinct voice, like my mama. I hear like
you can pick that up.
Yeah, like distinct
Mama be out there
like,
loud, huh?
Be out there like really my sister like she the baby. So
Okay.
And most times you just like you hear them distinct voice like head on.
Yeah.
I hear my Africa kill him. I hear my uncle kill him dead.
Boom by head.
That's awesome. Man.
Boom by head.
Little stuff you pick up in the ring, but in that ring you just focus like it's like you locked in tunnel vision. So
1 second, that'd be it.
So now I just got a text.
Oh.
Shout out to my sister-in-law. What's up, Yolanda?
All right.
She want to know, are you single, brother?
Oh, all the ladies out there.
She say, what it do? Are you single?
All the ladies out there.
That's the first time we've been stumped on.
I was gonna say, for real.
But most times, like, man, boxers.
Oh, look at that! He just played us to the left.
No, come on, mansplain to us. Mansplain.
No, boxing one of those sports like you really gotta be focused. I know like with them girlfriend, and not that I'm selfish, but I'm all on that. Yo, if this ain't done, I ain't worried about nothing else. So
Yeah.
I didn't try like relationships to work. I'm like, man, you always in the gym,
Right?
Why you?
My job.
And then that like. I take stuff and turn it left, like, what you mean I'm always in the gym? Who you, the devil? Like, like you gotta go, like,
Trying to build me
say what we want.
What you mean?
This ain't gonna work out.
You supposed to jump in the gym with, we going to the gym, baby, let's go. So
Let's go.
It's relationships I tried to get into where they can't understand, like you really gotta understand like any athlete's lifestyle, like where you gotta understand. Like, there's most times I did have a relationship and we'll go to a fight. The girl get jealous that she see other girls. They're like, what you like? Like it's going like it can't be all dudes. That would work. So it's like most times like I figure like I'm at a stage where I'm trying to be the best person I can for myself, so I can be better for somebody. Like now, like I'm all focused. Like I don't have the space to. Or like the room or the time to.
No, I know. Yeah.
Like I'm trying to be in the gym. And I done been in like trying to be in a relationship where I'm at dinner at lunch. I'm like, damn, I should be in the damn gym right now. If I go lose this fight, I'm like, it's this damn booty.
Exactly. No, you're absolutely right.
So it's most times like that, like stuff like that. I'll be chilling with my boys, like genuine time, and I'm like, damn man, they ain't got a fight coming up. If I lose them, my coach gonna be like, you was chilling with your boys.
Nah, that's what it is though. That's the champion in you, man. No nobody. We gonna do this. We gonna do this for real.
But it's because of those. It's because like I ain't where I want to be yet.
Well, that's smart though, because see, women demand two things, right?
What is that?
Time.
Oh, okay.
Lots.
And or money.
Right? And if you got time,
if
you
you
got
don't
money.
have a lot of time,
You
you
ain't
have
got
to get more money.
right?
If you don't have a lot of money, you
gotta
better be
get-
spending time. It's one
Or
of the-
spending time getting money, right?
Look at
Something.
Look at that Ahmadisms right there, boy. Ahmadism. Spitting that game. First game is for free.
Hey.
Oh man.
Man. Well,
Like the relationships, man. So and I'm at a stage where it's not even me just being selfish. Like I'm always just like I'm not where I need to be. So I know
Exactly.
And I know myself. Like a girl will like. It's been times where girls will like taking me away from like where I needed to be. Like, damn, I need to be in the gym, but nah, she calling me up. I gotta go over there. So it's been some times like, man, I can't lose no fight and be the blame of the girls.
Well, how do you find the balance though? Because I mean, I know you playing longevity in boxing, but does that mean you never gonna get involved with anybody as long as your boxing career is?
At the end of the day, I'm a firm believer of God's time when it's gonna happen.
Okay.
When it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. Like if you would have asked me like 10 years or 15 years from now, like I'm gonna be a boxer. I was like, nah, I'm gonna be in the NBA. I'm fall a little bit. So like whatever God wants in my life, like whatever His will, I just want to excel in it. So you want me to find a wife later on, find it now.
So it sounds like he's
find a
open.
girl.
Yeah. Well, mommy's not pressing, is she?
Huh?
Is mommy pressing for?
She pressed it because she see, but she was like, I want you to get body. I need to be. I was like, nah. I really just waited for like.
She gets some better.
Okay.
Absolutely, man. So, hey, we'll have to leave it there,
Yeah,
man.
This
I
probably
appreciate
way
you
too
coming,
fast.
Raphael.
Appreciate you.
Yeah.
Say it for me one more time. Raphael
Igbokwe.
Igbokwe,
it,
Texas Middleweight Champion,
Yeah.
12-0. Have a fight
Yeah.
this February 23rd in Beaumont
Beaumont, Texas.
versus, do we know who it's against? We don't
It don't matter.
It don't matter.
I'm the problem.
He ain't
He's the
laughing.
problem, but he's gonna let us know, and then we're gonna let y'all know.
exactly. Stay
Okay.
tuned.
So,
Always.
yeah, so
give
stay tuned.
give your
always.
social media again.
Yes.
Social media is Trouble Raphael. That's Trouble and Ralph with an O at the end.
That's
Check him out on Instagram,
IG.
Twitter.
Twitter is
Same thing, Trouble Raphael with the number 52 at the end.
already.
52.
Man,
Yes, indeed.
it
You
was a
are
pleasure,
listening
man.
to the Garage
Yeah.
Apartment. We are here
Bravo.
each and every Sunday night from 6 to 7 Central Standard Time. Be sure to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're even on Spotify. It's been
Spotify, what
real.
it do?
I appreciate you coming, man. We're going to definitely
Yeah,
be in
man.
touch,
Hey,
man. I'm going
man.
to follow you.
Definitely be in touch.
Hey,
And when that world title.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's
Get
coming.
that, don't
Remember
forget
that
that.
Don't forget us. Hey.
Exactly. We're going to be able to say, man, that was our first ever guest.
Matter of fact, we want the first.
We
We
want
want the
that.
first.
We want the
interview
first
as
exclusive
world
with the
champ.
champion. Absolutely. Man,
Exactly.
y'all be good. Y'all be safe. Until next time, stay blessed. Stay out of trouble. Either be good or be good at
But
it.
follow trouble.
Exactly.
Hey, that's right. But follow trouble, man. Holla.
Hey. was awesome. How was it? How'd you feel?
I appreciate you, man.
Appreciate you, man.
How'd you feel?
That was good.
Good fruit though.
You want some more fruit?
Yeah,
Hey, it's all
Got a
you.
card,
It's you.
Let me get one photo so the next group can come in.
Oh,
I want to get a photo of you guys.
The Rooks.
I know.
The Rooks.
I know.
Is that the name of their show? The Rooks.
The Roots.
The Rooks.
The Rooks.
The Rookies.
I know it's Yeti
Hey, thank you.
and my boy, the principal.
Really appreciate
You're
it.
the assistant principal. Good.
Your phone dropped.
Man.
Kelsey will send me that tomorrow, I'm sure.
You don't want to see these hands. I'm waiting after your fight, though.
Oh,
I'm gonna let you have it. And did you sign?
Yeah, make sure you sign.
Sign that bad boy up.
Don't feel bad, cause she threatened everybody in this room
Oh, because I
at one point.
Y'all gonna stay.
Yeah, like once you start professional, that's great.
Now, I don't
Watch
believe.
out. Get from behind me.
She talked that stuff, but I don't believe nobody from Austin.
Just knock her down. She upset.
I don't think I can get dropped by nobody from Austin.
First of all, you get dropped to me better from Houston.
We got protection now.
If it makes you feel better, I'm
We got a show bodyguard.
What's happening, big time? Yeah.
You come on. You good? You
Come on, man,
good?
come bring that equipment. I know you got
Trying to
it.
get
I
out.
say, yeah, come bring your stuff in, bro. We out your way. Come on.
We just gotta clear it
I
up.
mean, we ain't out your way, but we gonna get out your way.
We had a little,
Okay.
yeah, a nice little interview with the champ.
Let me get a photo of you guys real quick.
Yeah, we knew we couldn't bring in no brisket and all that stuff. No
That's fight night show. That's fight night show. Brisket and wings.
Right here. In front of me. What?
Oh, that's the Yeezy collection.
We need the shot. We need a good shot.
I'm so tired of you guys. That'll be the last time I do anything nice for you.
The last time?
Never come into another show.
No, we
Really?
didn't.
Hey, you got the 19th. Yeah, this is how we show love,
Yeah,
man.
we didn't talk about
We-
you. We don't
we
like
don't
I
you.
love you guys too. I love
We
you.
don't trust me.
We wouldn't.
There's many of us that don't
We
like
look tight, man. I bathed today. We
If
good.
we just keep walking to the.
Alright, ready? One.
What time today
I'm
I'm fresh though.
I think I sure may see him at church today.
though?
Hold
At
on.
4:30 this morning.
Man, we've had that discussion.
Alright.
Oh, yeah.
What's good, family? All right?
Man, I'm good.
Y'all want some?
Nah,
So
man,
we
appreciate
about to
that
take
love,
out
though.
there
You know what I'm
and-
saying? Nah, I won't That's say what that. that's what I need to be on. You know what I'm saying? Some kiwi. You know what I'm saying? Start off the year on a good note.
Absolutely. Get you some fruit. Let me